Alright, so I'm gonna go filter specifically for, let's see, no empty servers, passworded servers, data wars, rising storm, oh yeah, World at War's Realism Pacific campaign, 59 out of 64, doing it. Iwo Jima. Rifleman, you can have the M1 Garand and the 9mm. Hey, we won! I'm so good that I won match. There's some really cool maps on here.
I don't understand this video. It's 24 hind. So they're randomly shooting out of it. And then the Russian soldiers like, yeah, why? They just randomly shoot probably.
Never know.
Makes no sense. So are you into DCS at all?
Not really. I haven't played it at all. And I don't have a flight stick, so there's that.
They're making MI-24. That's the thing, like, okay, in DCS, Russia's already got a fucking gunship, right? The K-50, right? You're aware of what the K-50 is.
Yeah, it's an Arma.
Wait, okay.
The Arma 3, the KA-50 is the default one on the side.
But yeah, K-50, yeah. Anyway, but in DCS, they don't have a NATO fucking gunship, helicopter, right?
Yep.
So it's like, what the fuck? So I mean, they already get the K-50 for the Red 4. It's like, hey, we're gonna make the fucking MI-24. Like, well, should make a goddamn blue for it, like, right?
Because DCS's developers are Russian.
What's it? No. Bell
But there's very few going to A. There's like 3 guys at A.
Third
So just make a big rush for A and then go to B.
And you're not gonna make a goddamn Cobra? What the fuck? Right? It's like,
When you're too good on the Imperial chance, so they take you to capitalist America.
Yep.
they're not gonna make a goddamn fucking Cobra.
Forward, come on!
No, they're gonna make a fucking MI-24 first. It's like, yeah. Russian. Fucking. Yeah, fucking what gives
Yeah, it is an American Rising Storm 1. Pacific Front fighting the Japs.
Pacifics.
The realism server, so beware. Well, that's the rule set. Yeah. Bullets doing their damage, you know, it's not arcading. I mean, you know, it's not Arma, but, you know, not like Battlefield arcading.
Reloading! Watch my back!
You're American, yeah?
Yep.
Join.
Join the Japs and bayonet charge people with a katana.
Man down!
I like one of bayonets. I want to be American.
Give it a little bit and then join the Americans.
Taking fire!
So.
Guys, just gonna be quick. Cut the net.
Come on, guys, let's do this. USA! 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 Come on, guys! USA! USA! Oh, you guys are
Fucking
patriotic.
retarded bullshit!
We're gonna lose.
What?
It's like, you don't have Punkbuster. It's like, what? You kicked me out of the goddamn server for that bullshit?
Yep.
Goddamn fucking bullcrap, motherfucking bullshit. It's like,
Punkbuster.
you would think that'd be something like, hey, you're starting the game for the first time. Do you want to start Punkbuster? Not, hey, you have to be, like, playing a random ass server. Oh, Punkbuster's enabled. Hey, you want to do that? Fucking bullshit.
It's old.
Hey, this is literally the stupidest fucking... God damn, I'm so... They just need to fuck off.
Drink more beer.
Look out!
What
It'll
squad are
get-
you on?
Let's see. I am in.
You are in third squad.
Yes. Yep. Machine gunner. DM 1919.
They're all coming from the left flank, watch out.
I shot
Is
him.
he down? Heads down! Eyes peeled!
bandage? How do you bandage?
Left control.
Control. Left control, yeah.
Gonna hold it down though.
One guy on the far left side. By the staircase.
God damn, it's like every fucking corner I come around this bitch.
There's smoke or somebody's shooting.
Scan the horizon.
Yeah, well the smoke seems
Could
to be more
anywhere.
effective on here.
A lot of guys get into D. It's really hard to take D. Here, push past me.
Can you see what I'm doing? Down! Please hold up there!
Dropping bitches at 99 meters.
Look out for snipers.
Nice. Guy bonsai, wait.
Push up.
Got F first.
Take cover!
Alright guys, we got plenty of time, just take it easy.
Damn! 123 meters, couldn't even properly see the guy, shot him in the head. I was aiming through a metal bar. I saw his general direction, couldn't see him through the metal bar, so just kind of fired in that direction.
Stay down, the nuts will get you too! Get down! Bastards! Give me some cover and fire, now!
everybody doesn't bother with F spawning on by F, just go to E and we'll go to F.
Clean them out of here.
Shit. Disable the music. I turn it off.
Alright, everybody go to F. Couple guys stay on E, but everybody needs to go to F.
We need artillery fire.
About to get out general stuff and
I have a mini map that's up all the time.
Hey, I need to go that way. Just keep it up.
BAR is not stick to 1919.
He does? If I hit T, it would keep it outside.
I can see the objective. Yeah,
Hey, Infidel Casserole, you were the flamethrower guy, right?
You're gonna keep it.
no.
I distinctly remember someone with a casserole in their name burning me to death.
Fuck, I got a goddamn.
No, I
just
didn't.
Look, when you spawn in, you can see, oh, okay, you gotta go over here.
Alright guys, just get an F now. Nice, just stack up on it. Alright, a couple guys go to E. Make sure they don't take it. There's nobody on E.
And another guy's gonna join us. Another guy is gonna join us.
I just hit him. Hey, M1918, and I'm just like spraying. But still, it's like, I love how it's like, you're spraying completely random. Yeah.
Enemy fire! Look out! I need help over
It's
here!
like, that's
Alright, take it back.
Yeah.
no, it's like,
They got me!
Killed guess that's what a gut shot with a 30 cal will do. A 30 cal. Good wake up call in the morning. Best way to introduce yourself. Hello.
He's hold up there.
Alright guys, stack up on that. Don't get mad, just stay there. Don't try to get more kills or anything, just sit.
Oh. There's a douchebag who's up in the 3rd floor of that warehouse shooting people. He chose you. You're special. Fuck!
Grenade! Take cover!
I am now a flamethrower operator. Spot opened up.
I'm so glad that apparently there's a goddamn machine gun who was able to be right there.
Ah, the guy is in the he's in the. He's up in
Alright, just run across the field, get across. We
There's a
already got
guy
guys
on the
in
2nd and 3rd floor of that warehouse shooting out of a window.
Everybody just go. Don't worry about your stamina, just go.
Wait a minute, we gotta worry about our stamina.
Bonza! Oh! One. I didn't really get to use the flamethrower. Bonzai!
Just go, he says.
Yeah, just go. I mean, we already won, so just fucking run. Killed 14 dudes. Not bad with the M19 1986. Gotta fucking push the whole team. Push back the whole team as engineer. You remember Wolfenstein Enemy Territory?
Is that the same as
It was World War II.
Yeah, I get that. Was it the newer ones, or was it like the older, like
Older ones.
like Doom type deal? You know what I mean?
It was Wolfenstein Enemy Territory was Medal of Honor stuff. Like, do you remember Medal of Honor Allied Assault?
Yeah. Okay. There was a Wolfenstein. Recently, there was Wolfenstein. And there was Wolfenstein something else. It was like the 2 most recent ones.
Yeah, I'm familiar with those ones, but no, this is the older stuff. Based on the Wolfenstein, based on Return of the Castle Wolfenstein.
Is that still way back when?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's way back.
Yeah, it was back when it was still 3D. It was 3D, but you know.
3D, okay.
Grab the flamethrower while you can if you
You're all
want.
tired. Run ragged, low on ammo, and we'll kill.
It's a beachhead.
That rifle in your hand is the best implement of war ever devised. Just get out there, point it at a chap, and let him have it.
Hiroshima.
I can't swim.
Bastards, they got him.
Разбил Путин лес.
You got a flamer? Run off the beach. Right up the center. Just torch 2 dudes. fuel. So, hey, grab.
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
Killing people. I'm just
I pulled up the game.
around Resin Store.
Help me! I'm hit!
Yeah, those bitches.
Look out! Ah! Got him on the run!
Are you kidding me?
What?
It's like your tank feels close to empty, and there's like not shooting.
Got him on the run!
You should say if it feels empty. You know? There's no reason it should be saying it feels close to empty. No shit, stop fucking shooting, you dumb fuck. God damn.
What side are you guys on?
LS. Americans.
It's literally like,
Okay.
your tank feels close to empty. Well, guess what? It's empty. You dumb goddamn piece of shit.
Yeah, no, you either have
Throwing
to
out
pick up an
satchel,
enemy
get
weapon,
away.
or you
Up
have
chuck,
to
back.
go find rearming points.
No, I literally ran up to like shoot an enemy. And it's like, click. Tank feels close. It's not close to empty, fucking retard. It's empty.
It is empty.
Clicking. I was flipping out. I was like,
I think you have a pistol as a backup though.
I did, and I had to pull it out. I killed a guy. It was like, it shouldn't tell me it feels close to empty.
Bastards killed him!
But it's not close to empty at all. It's empty. There's no close to shit. You know what I mean?
Got kicked by Punkbuster for no packet flow. That's fun.
Yeah, you didn't have Punk Buster turned
Yeah.
on. Might actually be a safe game.
Yeah. It asked me when I got kicked back to the server. I wanted to turn on Punkbuster.
It's bots. Relentless. What the fuck?
Are there any specific graphics options I should turn off for better visibility or performance?
Just crank them all the way up.
Okay. I haven't played in a while.
Any computer you have these days can play it easily.
Yeah, I'm not getting bad.
Integrated Intel
What the
processor.
hell?
I'm running on a 980 M8 gig and an i7 and at 1440p maxed. I'm getting like 50 frames, 60,
Oh yeah, you'll have
40 in smoke.
Bot.
So it's running pretty well.
How's your effort?
Thank you.
one. Are you sure it's a bot?
Yeah, because it didn't have a fucking normal person name.
Where are you guys at?
Beachhead. I'm on the right side. I mean like a name like Robert.
This
Normal
bastard's
person.
killed him!
Like, retarded, stupid, chick
And they're shooting at us!
being pissed off because I keep getting killed by bots!
Where is he? I can kill him!
Oh,
Oh.
cuts to you.
Oh,
Shit.
yes.
I can't move!
How do you know you're not playing actual Japanese people?
Oh, yeah, hey, good. Good job.
You know what?
The guys killing me from the arm.
One time, a couple years ago, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna fire up Quake 3 Arena and see if anyone's still playing online. And I went into this match, and even though I was never really very good at Quake at all, I just started crapping on these people. And they would say things in chat and I'd be like, oh, wow, these people are real. But they would never really talk to me. And I played for a couple days, and I just go on each night for a little while and play and just wreck these guys. And then I started noticing that I just joined this other server, and that guy was over there. Oh, he's over on this server too. And then I realized it was bots. I should probably change to your squad. I was before. How do I join your squad? Oh, I'm in it. Oh, that's all the same squad.
We specialize in halal meals.
Should I go to spawn 1 or spawn 2? Which one would be a better choice?
It doesn't matter at this point. Just do auto.
I hate games like this. Because I just get into it. I don't want to be a racist. Like, I played the Vietnam version. Gotta kill some pigs. Like, I don't... Oh, man, I'm being that guy.
You're being that guy.
I'm being that guy. How can you kill? Easy, you just don't need him as much.
You guys played Insurgency before, right? I assume.
Maybe.
Oh, come on! Really?
Pretty similar idea, except it's more
bullshit!
modern.
This bullshit! There's no way he could have known. Hey, let's toss a grenade then. No! That is fucking bullcrap.
That was a bot.
Yeah, it was a bot. It was a bot. There was no one in the I ran into it, and apparently just, yeah, I'm gonna throw a grenade. Apparently.
Hey, try getting engineer slot. You get the shotty, the trench gun.
Just so much.
You're starting to sound like Trump.
You go in Insurgency, and it's all anybody on the terrorist side is only like player.
Oh, you mean as an engineer? Oh, blow shit up with your Zen.
I can't even get an engineer.
Just die. Oh, damn it, this shotgun I can't shoot. Shit. Oh, I finally killed the guy. Finally. Ow. Ow. Eligor.
Don't get up.
Hawk bag. Bag of dicks.
I'm right in the middle of shooting guy. Run out of ammo.
The shotgun is one of those things that's a real bitch to aim from your hip. Hey up, Chuck.
Apparently I'm a giant dickhead with this.
It's just dropping people. Dropping jabs, huh? Ow.
Return to the earth.
They're in that bunker to the right.
Got hit by a machine gun.
Return fire!
I leave the gun back there.
Flamethrower your friend in that situation.
We're wearing them down! Keep it up!
I keep like not paying. Since you have to open the tactical view to
Are you fucking? Oh.
see the point, I keep dancing around it.
Yeah. Upchuck, try grabbing engineer slot again. You can destroy objectives and stuff. There's stuff all along the beachhead you can destroy. Then you get points.
I just get like 3 people.
You start going, ah ha 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 ha.
There's a reason for that. I really like it. That's ridiculous. I literally like clicked and I was like, what? And then I like pulled up my pistol and I reloaded and I got like 3. I'm honestly being like super. Are you kidding? What?
Are you being a Super Saiyan?
Fuck no, Mr. Meeseeks. Fuck you. What a dick.
Shot a douche in the back. Oh! No scope. I'm in the backfield here, just pump shotting people.
Guys call Mr. Meeseeks.
Oh! Oh! I just got blown up.
Man, this thing is Mr. Meeseeks. You should go kill himself.
Tell him that in chat.
Level 2 on the trench gun. Ah,
What the
bitch!
heck? I just threw a grenade and didn't even know it was throwing a grenade.
I got all the way up in their spawn area, like the massive bunker at the top. Just run up, go all the way up to the right hand side, and you'll get up there in no time.
Taking fire!
Should I move over to the right? I'm on the left right now.
Just turn all the way up on the left hand side of the right hand side.
Oh, okay. I'm like right to the left.
Someone's telling say go fuck yourself.
I'm a mortar, and you let a dude run up on me because you suck. Shotgun to the face.
I just put it. You're on the opposite team, you fucking mom.
They're wising up to the fact that there's a guy with a shotgun in their backfield.
I'm being a dick. Be specific.
Grenade! Take cover!
If you're gonna talk shit, be specific.
Yeah.
That infidel casserole.
Going at
dude.
someone.
Infidel casserole trying to throw a hand grenade into a thing, into a little bunker. Misses, has it bounce back at him. Casserole.
There's barely anyone on the left hand side. I'm gonna run up there again.
I just sprint up to the right hand side all the way up there and just start shooting people.
That's what I was doing. There were a couple guys I could have got, but I missed my hits. I should have kept my distance a bit more too, but yeah. Ooh, I'm getting mortared. That's always a bundle of fun.
Hey, John! Stop shooting your own freaking guys!
You're leaving the combat area. Return to the front.
Fuck! Meeseeks is all the way up on top of the sniper. He's all the way up at the very top.
Oh, the flamethrower guy, I'm backing him up.
He's up on top of a knoll or a ridge or whatever.
I don't think he is anymore.
You got him?
No, that wasn't. I was got a different guy, but he was up there. Remember the yellow sniper
All
sniper.
the way up top. Check, here's a fuel tank. The kind that wants to get roasted, or the kind that's going to barbecue?
Move, get out of the bunker. Detonate.
Stay down! Scan the horizon. It could be
You
anywhere.
guys like, stay down.
You're leaving the combat area. Go back or you will be court-martialed.
Got him!
Don't leave the combat zone. Back to your unit, soldier. Now.
Haha, Medal of Honor. I got the Medal of Honor.
So did I. What do you get it for?
I don't know.
Let me check. Win a Pacific campaign as an allied soldier. Cool.
Killed 16 people that match. Oh yeah. Booyaka. Killed 12 enemies with an M12. Another victory against the Japs.
Never actually finished the campaign before.
I figured the campaign with them was dropping there. Or
And they
maybe,
revealed they did add vehicles into the game. Wink, wink.
actually, they actually did have vehicles in the game. They do.
That didn't on release though, did they?
Well, I don't know about this particular. Maybe not in Rising Storm, but there is in Red Orchestra too.
Maybe it wasn't until later.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, on certain maps. Yeah, on certain maps there'll be a tank, right? And you
Yeah.
can be a tank.
Because in Red Orchestra 1 it was very vehicle oriented, but I remember when this came out, it wasn't such an emphasis on the vehicles. Red Orchestra 2, I mean. Because in Red Orchestra 1 you'd have all the tank and cars and such.
We're attacking Peleliulu.
Hold on a second.
We're attacking Pele.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
I'm sitting there. Who's this asshole asking me to be his friend? I'm like, who's Graveroid? And then I literally like open up fucking Discord and I was like, oh.
Oh, that guy. Oh. Oh look, somebody's actually
These Japs
watching my
are
live
cowards.
stream.
They hide
For
in
once
caves.
in a blue. For once.
We have to burn out every cave.
Yeah.
This is your one chance to get a subscriber.
I know. No.
Kill everyone.
I got a subscriber from playing Foxhole free alpha for like 3 hours. Oh look, the guy just left.
Do you want me to,
Bye.
do you want me to send it again, being you didn't realize? Sorry.
Oh my god, it's like past midnight. Jesus.
That's no excuse.
I'm actually used to being asleep. So it's like, I'm still alive. Like, I'm still up. I'm just like,
hopefully this weekend here I'll have the Ace 3 Wasteland tester.
Wait, isn't that like something even like? Isn't that maybe for like fucking ever?
Yes, if you remember, I got banned from several realism communities for working on it.
Dude, what was it? Like,
What were you working on?
I actually saw something recently, something like actually credited you on like something.
Yeah, I was credited on A3 Wasteland forums and on on Exile.
Oh wait, oh okay.
What are you making?
He's making an A3 Ace.
Ace 3 A3 Wasteland mission.
Oh, cool.
Arma 3 Ace Wasteland mission.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, so you got ballistics and all kinds of other fun shit in Wasteland.
That sounds cool. I messed with both, but of course never together.
I think it was like someone was making the Star Wars.
Oh yeah, and I was the guys who were making the CS1, CS1938 or whatever. Mod had requested me to do some of their modeling, and I was like, no, I'm good. 'Cause I've dabbled in 3D modeling. Like, I have 3ds Max, and but I prefer Blender.
Do you know how to make like uniforms and shit?
I haven't really done the uniforms. I was making weapons and airplanes.
So if I asked you to make a uniform,
If I had a template, sure. I know. I generally use open source tools.
like I want a uniform in Arma. I'm trying to find like someone who can make me a goddamn uniform.
Have you guys ever heard of...
Every time I try to like look up how to make a uniform in Arma, all it is retexture shit. I don't want to learn how to retexture. I want to fucking learn how to actually make a goddamn uniform. All the fucking tutorials are retexturing. Fuck you. Fuck this shit. You know?
Well, one of the first things you need to learn is how to use Blender, because 3ds Max is expensive as fuck. I only got it. I only got it because I was a student, right? At one point.
I get 3, blenders.
Yeah, and it's
I got no
free.
problem with that. I downloaded it. But that's the thing. It's like I sit there and look at making,
No. So you get Blender, right? And you don't start with how to make an Arma 3 uniform. You start with learning how to do like proper models and stuff in Blender of other things. That's how I started off making fucking wine glasses and fucking around with the Blender rendering and cycles rendering. And then I went there to making an animation of basically making sparks flying, like as if you have a disc that's hitting pavement or whatever that's spinning, and sparks fly up. Yeah, I did that. There's a tutorial, like there's a lot of really good. There's this. I'm subscribed to Blender Guru, and as well as a few other ones. And those guys have amazing free tutorials and stuff. Like they do. Oh, here's how to see this awesome, sexy realism scene that looks like it was from Metro or whatever. The game. Here's how to make it. It's like what? It's like, oh yeah.
I don't care. I want to be soldier.
Right, no, but see, in making those sorts of things, right, then develop the ability to then be able to make said uniform. Because in order to complete said tutorial, right, and there are different levels of tutorials, obviously, intermediate, beginner, and so on. you develop more of those skills that are going to come in handy when you try and do all your proper.
Fair enough.
So you, wow, that was a quick match. You do all of that, and let me see. I'll show you some of the stuff that I have modeled.
Have you guys ever heard of Just Cause 3 multiplayer?
Oh god.
I have Just Cause 2, but yeah, I haven't.
There's a multiplayer mod coming out for it actually on Steam on Thursday. I'm part of the testing team and I run a server and such.
I'm waiting for the Escape from Tarkov closed beta because I'm an alpha tester.
Oh, cool.
I want to play Tarkov, but it's like, and like I even signed up to get the closed beta, but yeah, no.
Oh, I shelled out the money.
Yeah,
I bought it for people too.
That's the thing. Like I didn't shell out the money, so it's like.
Neither did I. I mean,
Yeah, but like I
fun and all, but I always what comes out.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, of course, if you don't shell out the money, you're never gonna get that fucking shit. So.
Well, I got the I shelled out the money to get the Edge of Darkness edition, which included all the DLC and everything. So it's like, okay, so you get the game for $60 plus the season pass for $60, so that's the 120. Oh, okay, and you get closed alpha. Awesome.
I think I got put on the other team. I got stuck on defending.
No, I'm not even playing the game anymore.
Oh.
I'm watching this thing. Like, you guys know Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have this thing on Facebook. It's the Rick and Morty non-canonical adventures. And basically, it's a thing where like they're showing Rick where he's like E.T., right?
Yeah.
You remember on E.T. where he's like drinking all the soda and Elliot's just like burping like mad? It's the thing where like Rick's like chugging these beers and Morty's in class just like dying because Rick's getting sloshed and Morty just like pukes on his desk. Oh man, I love Rick and Morty. That's so great.
Alright, so I'm posting in the RO2 channel some of the stuff I've done. In the text channel, RO2. Like, a lot of these things didn't take very long either.
So, like, do you know how to make uniforms for Arma 3?
I haven't done one from Arma 3. I can't say that, yes. Can't say no.
So if I was like, do you think you can make, blues for Arma 3?
Blues? Like dress blues?
Yeah.
Try.
Dude, me and like a few of my buddies, we would pay to get some guy. Like, okay, let me see what I'm paying. These guys, like, they fucking retextured Arma 3 shit as quote unquote blues. Like me and my buddies looked at it and we were like flipping the fuck out, like on it, it's like literally like, because we're Marines, so we're like unacceptable. So let me show you what I saw. So it's like gross. Let me see if I can find it. So much scrolling.
Have your eyes ever twitched and stuff like from fatigue?
Yes, it sucks.
Yeah, you know how to fix that, right?
No.
Take some black tea bags, right? You know, brew some tea with them, kind of thing, right? And then pull them out, but don't squeeze them, right? Don't don't get all the water out of them, but let them cool down just enough so they're still warm, but they're not going to burn you. And then close your eyes and lay them on your eyelids for as long as possible.
Sounds gay.
It also helps cure pink eye.
So you want some black tea bags on your eyes?
Yeah, it's the tannin, or yeah, it's the tannin and whatnot that's in the black tea that it draws the infection out and it reduces swelling. And if you have your eyes crusted shut or whatever of that nature, it gets rid of that too.
That's the link.
Right. I'm trying to fucking photo. But I did get in.
And that's the picture. Like, if you look at it right, notice the collars are completely wrong. Basically, the way it looks like from the link I gave you,
Right.
they if you follow that link, he posts a video. If you look at the video, it looks like they reskin the A3, either AAF or CSAT officer uniform to be blues, and that is no bueno.
I had dress greens.
I mean, yeah, dress greens.
I was Army.
Yeah, but anyway.
We had greens. I was in the last group of BDUs to go through.
Yeah, no, I was the last group of tricolor camis.
Oh yeah.
Like I went through it like May of 02, and by May of 04 we had to be switched over to Marpet.
Yeah.
I was one of the last few who actually got issued BDUs.
I hung on to my BDUs as long as possible.
They were like, you could switch your boot. You had to switch your boots almost immediately, but you could keep your camis until the last day. And literally, I wore my goddamn EDRL until I was like the last day. I was like, nope. And then the day came, and it was like, I gotta wear this bullshit.
This is me at basic training graduation. Notice the height difference between Master Sergeant and me. And notice I'm leaning forwards. I'm actually leaning forwards to shake his hand. Which means I'm in that photo I'm shorter than I actually am because I'm leaning forwards.
You want to see something crazy?
And of course that was at Fort Sill.
Watch
the Paris island of the army.
Oh, you mean Fort Steele?
No, Fort Sill.
No.
Fort Hell.
No, you guys have a bank there. Fort Steele.
Oh, yeah, well, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a military bank where they service everyone. Because in the Marine Corps, you start with Fort Still, National Bank.
Yep.
And you have the option to switch to Navy Federal Credit Union. And anyone who's stupid stays with Fort Steele. Luckily, I stayed with Fort Steele, and then I was like, what did I do? And the second I got to fucking like my MOS school, I was like, no. Hey, Navy Fed, let's go. Get this shit done, right? So I left Fort Steele as quickly as I could once I realized, oh my God, what the fuck have I done? When they started nickeling and diming the fuck out of me. But anyway, you want to see something crazy?
Sure.
Like absolutely nuts? Here we go. This is me. That's Molly gear.
Fuck, dude. What the hell? It's like
that pack weighed about as much as I did.
Wow.
Yeah, I was. Let's see. I was the guy stuck humping the 249 on the 15Ks.
Yeah, you know what was funny? Yeah, I was the guy humping the 240 Golf.
Why?
Because I'm the small guy. It's like, it'll toughen him up.
They chose me because I was the tall dude who was tall and broad-shouldered. Here,
Yeah.
take this and this belt ammo. You'll have fun. I did have fun.
Yeah. You do realize in the Marine Corps, it's like, the small guy needs to be beefed up. Give him the fucking Mark 19. You know, that's how the Marine Corps works.
That doesn't make
Yeah,
any sense.
Yeah, exactly. In the Army, it's like, hey, let's give the guy who obviously is strong the fucking shit, right?
Yeah.
No, in the Marine Corps, it's like, let's give the smallest guy some shit. Fuck him. You know, we're like, it's all about, you know, if you can't hump it, don't be a bitch. You know?
Yeah. I proved my strength. I'd gotten injured.
Oh, yeah.
So I got injured, right? And so I was in the holdover barracks for the second. I had to do two cycles, but I did one complete cycle and then half another cycle.
Oh no, that's the thing. That happens in MCT, Marine Combat Training, not in boot camp. So in combat training, I humped like fucking 4 miles with a Mark 19.
Well, no, like I got lung damage and a back injury, right? In basic training. In basic training.
How?
Fort Sill.
Again, how?
Fort Sill.
What? Were you huffing fucking mold? What the fuck were you doing?
No. Do not combine tear gas with bronchitis.
Okay, that sounds like you're fucking, I don't know, drill instructor for shit.
Yes. Except in this case, it wasn't their fault. It was another platoon's fault. They were upwind of us. They popped CS all over the fucking place. It wafted down through our formation. We're doing gas, gas, gas. Our drill sergeant's like, no, because they were going to do white smoke. And then we all know CS looks kind of like white smoke. So we're doing that. And of course, at Fort Sill, we have the hand-me-downs of everyone else. So we had a shortage of pro masks. So if you had a no CS gas profile, you had to give your pro mask to somebody who didn't. So I didn't have mine because I had to give it up. So we're standing in a separate section of the formation where all the sick guys are at. So we get hit with this stuff, and I just pass the fuck out because I can't breathe. I already can't breathe. Now I can't breathe worse. And it took them a while to determine, yeah, you've got scarred lungs. Oh, and your bronchitis that you had is now built into the scar tissue. So you can get bronchitis any day of the year now. It's hot as fuck outside, bronchitis. And then and then my back injury was from the rucksack frame, which was faulty. The hip protection and shit would fall off during a ruck march, and so you'd have the 120-pound rucksack just slamming against your spinal cord for in the same spot for 15 kilometers. Kind of tends to knock it out of, just fucks you up pretty hard. Like, where other bases had miles gear for war game scenarios, we had blank ammunition and a drill sergeant saying, "You're dead, you're dead, you're dead." Let's see. We had the old school drill sergeants that, like, we liked them and everything, but they're the drill sergeants that would come from other bases because they were too hard on people, and they got transferred over. Fort Sill is called hell, whereas like Fort Jackson is nicknamed Relaxin' Jackson because it's co-ed, and they be having sex all the fucking time during basic. And then you have Fort Leonard Wood, also known as Fort Lost in the Woods. And then just Fort Sill, it's like a fucking desert half the year. And then during the winter, it's okay. You're issued cold weather gear, right? Well, we're not. You know how you're issued cold weather gear in basic.
What?
Like the instead of wearing an undershirt in like negative degree weather, you have like a fleece you can put on, like a fleece, like a thicker undershirt. You're not wearing a fucking parka. You're not wearing a parka, right? But it's thicker clothing for winter, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fundamental differences. Fort Sill is where?
Oklahoma.
Okay. The vast majority of Marine Corps training is where?
California.
Shut your goddamn fucking mouth. You were waiting for that, weren't you fucking asshole, you piece of shit. I will kill you.
Well, there is the California one there, and then there's another one on the East Coast.
Eat a dick.
Just
bitch.
Like, okay, Oklahoma.
Even still, right? San Diego and South Carolina are essentially on the same latitude, give or take a few degrees.
Yeah.
So I mean,
so you guys weren't issued cold weather gear.
No.
Okay. In Oklahoma, we were issued.
Okay. No, I'm gonna say, fuck no, because I was never issued that. I went straight in the middle of fucking summer.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
Okay, so we were issued cold weather gear, right?
Okay.
Because it gets in the teens and below, like negatives and shit in winter in Oklahoma.
Like a personal problem.
And the cold weather in Oklahoma is like the dry cold, so it's worse. Like wet. I lived in upstate New York for 20-something years of my life. Wet cold is pretty fucking sad, but
Sounds like you shouldn't have had a problem.
Shouldn't have, but so we're issued cold weather gear, which is essentially long johns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, winter rolls around. We're forbidden at the FTX for wearing our cold weather gear, and we're living in a fucking tent and it took like, I guess the drill sergeants were feeling lenient and gave us a fucking wood stove kind of thing in a tent, and so it's cold as balls.
So they said you could not wear cold weather gear.
Correct. So we had to wear.
I would have told them you can fucking kiss my goddamn ass.
We were allowed to wear the winter BDUs, which are the thicker BDUs, right? But we couldn't wear the long johns underneath them. We go out there.
That makes no goddamn sense.
Oh, I know. It was punishment, I guess, because we go out there and we're waiting in chow line. We can't feel our hands and feet and shit like that. It's that fucking cold. Our gloves are like no point to them. We're out there. The drill sergeants and officers are just standing around there chatting it up and everything. They're wearing their fucking fleece flannel bullshit. Like we're just looking at them like, I fucking hate you.
Typical Army.
It's just, oh, I fucking hate you.
Typical Army, you know, hey, yeah, we're gonna do our shit. Fuck you guys.
It's,
That's the thing. No. In the Corps, we're taught, don't make others do something you wouldn't do yourself. So it's literally like, oh, you don't get fucking, like, I wouldn't tell my guys, you can't wear your shit unless, hey, I'm not gonna wear my shit.
Yeah, and then, oh, you have to be clean shaven. Here, break the ice and shave with ice cold water. Fuck you.
And that's the thing, like, okay, so I went through boot camp, right?
Yeah.
Came out of boot camp in the middle of May, right?
Okay.
Fucking went through fucking MCT to October, right?
Right.
So then I was doing my fucking MOS school October to December, right?
Okay.
When we had our FTX in December, you know what I was doing?
Nope.
Shaving my face in the middle of the goddamn fucking forest. Cold as fuck water, right next to my instructor who had cold as fuck water, shaving his fucking face.
I got in the habit of dry shaving.
Yeah, dude. I've gotten to the point where it's like, shaving what? You know, don't care. You know?
Well, I kept a razor blade in my breast pocket. Like, not a... It wasn't like, oh yeah, here's a bare razor, but no, it's, you know, it's a razor. Right? Kept it in there. And like, right before formation or whatever, you could see me over there fucking dry shaving with a 5-bladed razor, taking as much skin off as hair or whatever, you know, just, oh yeah, there we go. Oh, I'd pass inspection.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
This is you.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Just constantly.
Except I wasn't using a 2-bladed razor. I was using a Gillette 5.
Apparently you're way ahead of the fucking curve.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna make this thing, because I had to pass the inspection, you know, and I'm doing the fucking, I'm going with the grain, and I turn around and go against the grain. Easiest way to get all the hair, go against the grain. It hurts, but it works. Yeah, I was doing that.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. The way I shave, like if I get, like I don't shave, right?
Yeah, I rarely shave anymore.
What I do is when I get a haircut, I go high and tight, and then I shave everything down. Just I do a straight up just everything. I'm like if I hear when I do it, I'm like that way until it's not doing it anymore. And like when I shave, I'm like constantly all directions.